what's up? My name's Samuel Leeds, and firstly I wanted to say a massive congratulations for enrolling onto the Samuel Leeds Academy. I'm so excited about seeing you in person, getting to know you, the mentoring, the coaching, and I know that for some of you registering, it was maybe a massive decision, but I want you to know you're in really good hands. Our customer service, the mentorship you're going to get is absolutely second to none. And in this video, I wanted to give you a full walkthrough A to Z of exactly what you get on the Academy and how it exactly works. So once you've gone through this video, you will then be able to do your onboarding, where we'll have a conversation with you. We'll go through your goals. You'll have your extended business planning session, and we can start checking in with you. Because on the Academy, you're not just like a number. We treat you as a person, an individual. Everyone's got different goals, and different people need a different level of coaching depending on what suits your needs. So we're going to walk through everything. Buckle up, because this is going to be absolutely mind-blowing when you see exactly what you get, because I always like to under-promise and then massively over-deliver. So here we go. Let's start with the mentoring. So as part of the Academy, you get absolutely unlimited mentoring. Now, how that works is it's one-to-one, and it's completely unlimited. So I want you to use and abuse this. Book as much mentoring as you possibly can, because I know with certain companies, they might say, oh, you get one mentoring call a month or one a week. But the thing is, in the real world, when you're actually doing property, what will happen is it might be that you see a deal and you're like, man, do I move on this deal or not? So you need to be able to get access to mentoring kind of on tap, which is what you can do on the Academy. So this is your online portal. So you can access this on a computer or on your phone. And here, if we click mentoring, boom, there's different levels of mentorship that you can get. So this is all part of the Academy. It might be that you just want to use Samuel GPT. So this is if you just have it might be 3 o'clock in the morning and you've just got a question. Like, oh, I've just seen a property on Rightmove and it says it's got a flying leasehold. What does that mean exactly? Now, Samuel GPT, I taught everything I know about property to Samuel GPT. All of my training, my books, my courses. I spent 6 months talking to Academy members, and every question I would get asked, I'd put it on here and train it. It's evolving, it's learning, and it's incredible. It's basically my brain put onto a version of ChatGPT. So you might ask it a question like, for example, I am pitching a rent-to-rent to a landlord and they are nervous. How can I convince them to do the deal? And then as my brain, boom, knowing everything I know about property and rent-to-rent and sales and pitching and marketing, it will tell you. So good, nerves mean a connection to, okay, good. And then it tells you what to do. Diagnose first. It tells you the questions to ask them. Talk back to them, mirror back their words so they feel heard. Next, reframe it. Reframe the offer as a service, right? So it tells you what to do. It might be a more technical question. Maybe, I've seen a property that has a flying leasehold. Flying leasehold. What does this mean? And then, boom, it will tell you straight away what that is, how it works. Okay, this is what it is. Boom. So this is really useful because sometimes in the real world, people might talk about things on the internet or have opinions, but this has been trained specifically by me. And I've got, 17, 18 years experience as a full-time property investor. So that's unlimited. You can use that as often as you want. However, there's often going to be times when you need to speak to a real person. So here, you've got unlimited one-to-one support with a real person. So click book your call. And you can choose your mentor, or you can just do first availability. And it might be that you've got a question about serviced accommodation, or about your business plan, or about deal selling. So you choose the category that it is. It might be mindset. Man, I've just got a bit of a mental block and I can't seem to get past it. Or I'm in a slump. So, okay, you just book mindset coaching. Boom. And then you choose when you are free. Maybe after work. So today at 3:30 or tomorrow 10:30. You choose the time. You choose the day. 8 o'clock in the morning before work maybe. Boom. And then you continue. So you're going to put your details in. What would you like to discuss on the call? Just a quick sentence and then bap, done. That is now booked in your diary, and you can book as many calls as you want on as many different strategies, topics as you need. So this is, in my opinion, this is worth the entire investment of the Academy alone, just being able to have that unlimited one-on-one mentorship. We've also got Power Team. So it might be that you know what, when you're in property, who do you need? Well, you need a solicitor. You need a mortgage broker. You need an accountant. You need a surveyor if you're doing refurbs and bigger commercial projects. And are these people expensive to talk to? Yes. If you want to speak to a lawyer, how much is a lawyer going to charge you? Hundreds of pounds per hour. And are lawyers fast? No, they're very slow. You might wait weeks to get an appointment. When you're on the academy, bap, you can speak to our power team. So we have a chartered accountant. Here we go, accountant. We have a mortgage broker, project manager who does refurbs, a surveyor, solicitor. These are not just, someone who's paid £20 an hour. No, our solicitors are top. They are the partners in the firm. Accountants, chartered accountants that are millionaires in property as well. So if you want to speak to a lawyer, for example, boom. Here we go. BAP. Today, 4 o'clock, bang, you book in your appointment. And then you can do this again, unlimited as often as you want. So you've got solicitors, accountants, you've got mortgage brokers, surveyors on speed dial. You can book in calls with them and the millionaire mentors. And all of our mentors have got 5 years experience or more. They're all property millionaires. Otherwise, they wouldn't be able to be a mentor. We've also got Rate My Call. So Rate My Call, let me tell you something in business. In business, a lot of it comes down to finding deals, negotiating deals, crunching numbers, selling deals, speaking to investors. We want to hear you on the phone. So when you're trying to sell a deal to an investor, or when you're speaking to an agent trying to get a rent to rent, if you're struggling, what we ask you to do as an Academy member is record yourself on the phone. Okay. So if you're on the phone, get another phone, record yourself, and then upload the recording of your phone call, upload it on Rate My Call. And here's how you do that. Rate My Call. So again, boom, today, bang, choose the time you're free, or maybe tomorrow, boom, choose the time you're free, continue. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to put the recording here, press done. And then what we will do is we will listen to your phone call. We'll listen to it. We'll think, okay, what could you do? We'll take notes on it. Then we'll call you when you're free, when you've booked the call, and we'll tell you what you could do better. Oh, you lost the deal at this point because your tonality went like this. We'll tell you what you could do better and actually give you feedback on your calls. I mean, this is absolutely huge. So the mentoring is, not just, a call a month for 20 minutes and a check-in call. No, this is unlimited, proactive, actual mentoring. So this is part of the Academy. This is just one aspect of the Academy. And again, in my mind, this is worth the entire membership. But look, we've got absolutely loads. I mean, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to go through this whole thing in this video. I'm going to try to keep this as brief as possible. Next, we have Masterminds. So click on Masterminds, and we have Masterminds on a Monday. So every Monday at 8 p.m., we run a Mastermind over Zoom where you can, all Academy members come together and we go, right, who's struggling? Because here's what you'll find. What you're struggling with, other people will be struggling with too. If you're struggling with time management, or you're struggling with, man, I'm a single mom and I got 6 kids. You know what you'll find? When you share that on the mastermind, there'll be other people that go, you know what, I had that problem too. And they'll be able to fill in the gaps. We did have one woman that said, I'm a single mom and I got kids and I'm really struggling with all the viewings and how do I, and then someone else pipes up, an Academy member who's just been on Winners on a Wednesday. I got kids too. I'm a single mom too. I take the kids on the viewings with me. And what I do, this is where problems get solved. This is in a mastermind forum. So we do a mastermind on Monday. We do one on Tuesday. Tuesday is an inner circle. That's where you can pitch for finance. You can pitch your deals, joint ventures. We give people an opportunity to actually promote themselves. I know it's crazy, isn't it? In Britain, people don't like promoting themselves. We say, come, promote yourself. Then we have the property entrepreneurs mastermind on a Wednesday. We have one on a Friday. I run one once a week. So every week I'll run at least one of the masterminds, and it's scheduled for an hour, but you can speak to the Academy members. Normally it goes on for maybe an hour and a half or maybe even 2. Another thing is this. Denzel Washington says, if you don't watch the news, you're uninformed. But if you do watch the news, you're misinformed. So what do? I don't watch the news. What I do is every week I have a meeting with my accountant. And I say, what's going on? What are the new tax laws that I need to be aware of? I have a meeting with my mortgage broker and I say, what new products are on the market? What's base rate doing? I have a meeting every week with my lawyer. And this is where I get the news. I say, what laws are coming in? What's changing? That's how I know what's going to happen. On the Academy, guess what? Every single Thursday at 8 p.m., we have Power Team Hour, where all the members of the Power Team come together and share updates. And every single Academy member is invited onto that Zoom meeting. And after the Zoom meeting finishes, not only will you be enlightened and informed and like, wow, what's going on behind the scenes? But then you can book a one-on-one mentor call with the Power Team member of your choice to discuss in further. So these are the masterminds. And as I say, we pretty much run a mastermind every single day. Of course, you're not expected to go to every mastermind, but the option's there. So masterminds, mentoring, education. Education. Now, this is not necessarily part of the Academy, okay? You may choose to do some of our courses separately or just alone, which you probably started with. You probably started by just doing a course. So these are all of our advanced online courses that we have. So we've got Avoiding Catastrophes in Property and Business, a whole course on commercial property. It's all about commercial conversions, square footage, how to find commercial tenants, entrepreneur course, property development. We've got property tax and wealth protection, which is all about how to set up trusts and pensions and make yourself tax efficient, how to structure things. Social housing course, auction. This is an A to Z. Now, these programs are just, I think they work out just under £1,000, $997 per course. And these run alongside the Academy. We've got buy, refurbish, refinance, deal finding, deal selling. If you want to learn how to be a deal packager, joint venture and raising finance, HMO, lease options, rent to rent course, serviced accommodation. So we've got a whole bunch of different programs. So these are incredible and these work really well. A lot. If you're on the Academy, it's great because you're doing a course and then you've got a question, you book a mentor call. Then you go and do it and you get a bit stuck, you book a mentor call. On the Academy, you also have access to the site visits. So we run, I've got quite a lot of properties. I can't talk about all my properties on YouTube because I don't want to attract the wrong types of people. And I don't want people turning up at my sites and being like, what builders do you use for this hotel and what? So book a site visit. This is where not just me, but successful Academy members open up their projects all across the country. And you can go and visit their sites, pick their brain, find out what builders they use. Because on the Academy, the culture is very much, if we're winning, we want to pull people up. On the other Academy members, we pull you up. That's the culture. It comes from the top, and that's the culture throughout the Academy. So if you're living in Manchester, go and find other property developers and people doing deal sourcing and HMOs in Manchester. They'll welcome you. It's all part of the Academy, and you can choose your area and go and see properties. Daily success routines. The financial freedom challenges are incredible. Again, this is not... it doesn't have to be done through the Academy. This is separate. The financial freedom challenges. So look, you can look at this. If you go book my seat, boom. We've got a deal selling financial freedom challenge. 4 days with me, where I set you hard, intense challenges. Okay. So but hour by hour, I'll be like, right, this morning, here's your challenge. Go do this. And then you'll be like, woof, overwhelmed. But on the financial freedom challenges, here's the thing. You're put into a very small group of 12 people and I assign a coach to every group. So you've got a coach who's been there, done it, got the t-shirt. You're put into a group with other people in your area on the financial freedom challenge and it lasts for 4 days. And by the end of the 4 days, not only have you hopefully achieved a whole bunch of deals, maybe made a whole bunch of money too, but you're a new 2.0 version of yourself. It's 4 days. Don't try and do a financial freedom challenge if you're also at work. Book 4 days off work because you're going to be out on the road. You're going to be viewing houses. You're going to be negotiating. You're going to be going to inner circle meetings. I'm going to give you passes to get behind closed doors in certain rooms of investors and telling you exactly what to say, how to say it. And your coach is going to be there. You're going to be put in a little WhatsApp group. We've got 3 financial freedom challenges. One's focused on deal selling. One's on BRR, so if you want to actually buy a property yourself and raise the finance or secure it on a purchase option, we've got a financial freedom challenge for that. And one's rent to rent. And honestly, on the financial freedom challenge, like you will be on the phone securing rent to rent deals, viewings there and then. Your coach will be looking at your deals, will be rating them for you, helping you, holding your hand, dragging you across the finish line. So these are 4 days. There's 3 different financial freedom challenges. And as I say, you can do, even if you're not on the Academy, you can invest in a financial freedom challenge on its own. And And the investment is around, I think it's around 2,000 or just under 2,000 to do a financial freedom challenge. And yeah, the support is immense. So that's the education and the courses side to the business. But there's a whole lot more. Look at this. Samuel Social. Networking. Let me tell you what this is real quick, okay? Samuel Social, I created my own version of Instagram. I spent 6 figures of my own money creating an app. And it's called Samuel Social. And it's only for Academy members. So this is where you can get up in the morning and you can post and you can talk to members and you can comment on stuff, but you're only in an environment with other Academy members. Also, you know, when you message me on Instagram, I mean, obviously got a team, right? So I've got like my assistants and stuff like that. I try and respond to people on Instagram. But if you message me on Instagram, it might be my assistant responding. It might be me responding because I do respond quite a lot, but I'm not going to... On Samuel Social, that's where I'm like voice noting people back and forth, you know, really getting to know people through the app. It's social media. And also you can post without fear because your boss isn't watching unless your boss is also on the Academy, in which case they'll be pulling you up anyway. So that's Samuel Social. Networking. Okay, got a whole bunch of different stuff here. Let me show you this. So we got, look at this, bang. Wherever you live in the country, we've got a network, we've got an inner circle networking group there. So look, Glasgow, bang. We've got Alistair and Nigel run the Glasgow Inner Circle. So we run that every single month in Glasgow, only for Academy members, where you're with your power team, letting agent, estate agent, builders, getting to know your local team, building to get relationships with people in the area. Newcastle, we've got right down to the south, Plymouth, Bournemouth, where's this? Brighton, all across London. We've got loads in London. And these are all Academy networking events that we run. And this is all part of your membership, okay? So you can book on, here's how you book on. You just click where you want to go. Say you want to go to London, BAP. Okay, North of London. These are your leaders. Got 4 of them. Super successful in property. These guys are killing it, man. And then you just click on the link and then boom, you're here. Book your place. Again, it's completely free. And you right now, at the time of speaking, we've got 43 inner circles all across the country. You can go to as many as you want, completely free of charge. It's all included in your Academy membership pass. So that's the networking. But we also, we want to spoil Academy members as well. Networking's good, but we also have Academy dinners. So every single month, we have a big monthly dinner. Sit down, 3-course dinner, desserts. It's beautiful, walk-in, treated like VIP royalty. And the Academy dinners, look, book your place. It's completely free. It's all included. And we run one in London, one in Birmingham, one in Manchester. So we've got the 3 central hubs of the country. And then every few months, we do one massive one in London. And I love hosting that dinner because it's like we get celebrities there. I mean, we've had, I don't want to name drop, but we've had some huge names at the dinners. So from a networking perspective, it can't get better. I mean, if you're wanting to sell deals, if you're wanting to grow your brand, I pull Academy members up on stage, give people a chance to share, get pictures, and that it is just absolute prime. So, and again, that is just strictly Academy only, and it's all free. Also, we have Sunday socials, so people just hang out on a Sunday. We go to church, we go to the gym afterwards. So if you fancy that, you just want to have a little bit of a hangout, we have different locations across the country for Sunday social. So from a networking perspective, with Samuel Social, with all the dinners, with all the events, it really is like a social life handed on a plate, because ultimately, this business in property, it's not just what you know, it's who you know. Like if I want to be an actor, am I going to be more likely to become an actor because I went on an actor's course and got a degree in acting? Or I'm mates with Denzel Washington? Obviously, being mates with Denzel Washington is going to help me to become an actor. And in the same way, if you want to be a property investor, you want to be a business person, a property entrepreneur, being friends with the right people, having myself in your corner and all these people at the dinner, it really, really will absolutely propel you. So I'm really excited to seeing you at those events. We have Deal Connect. This is our partnership program. So I have a very successful deal sourcing business called Deal Connect. Now, if you're a partner and you're working with me and you're on the Academy, well, what you can do is you can click on Deal Connect and you can list your deal and you can choose what it is. Let's say your deal is a property flip or buy refurbish or whatever it might be, a rent to rent. You click on what it is, bang, it's a buy refurbish refinance, and then you fill out this form, put the details of the property, and then what will happen is we will then list your property on our Deal Connect website, send it out to 95,000 investors, and any investor that's a bit interested, my team will sell the deal for you, collect the money, and then we will take a percentage of that and give the rest to you. So what we say is we take 20%, okay? So if you want to sell a deal and it's say, I don't know, $5,000, we'll go, okay, cool. Give us the deal. Let us sell it for you. We'll give you $4,000. We'll keep $1,000. And we do that until your Academy membership's paid off, okay? Once your Academy membership's paid off, then we go 50-50. So this is partnership, co-deal sourcing, and this is a really fast way to make your Academy membership back. On average, we sell dozens of deals every single month through Deal Connect, and I will only do this with Academy members and with partners. So that's Deal Connect. It might be as well that you've got a property that you want us to look at. So let's say you found a Rightmove link and you're just like, I wonder if this is interesting. Then what you want to do is go on mentoring, go down to property mentors, and you want to select where it says Deal Glance, okay? Deal Glance is where we will glance at your deal. We will have a look at it. We'll spend maybe 10, 15 minutes having a look at it. We'll call you up and we'll tell you if you're barking up the wrong tree or not. So if it's like, you know what, this deal is quite good, we'll tell you. If it's like, this deal's rubbish, it's a shared ownership. Or what are you talking about? This property is leasehold, it's only got 20 years left and it's too expensive, and we'll tell you. So that's Deal Glance. However, if you've seen a property and you're actually thinking, you know what, I think I want to buy this, or I want to package this and sell it, or I want to put it on Deal Connect and sell it, then we've got Deal Analyzer. So Deal Analyzer is where we will rate your deal for you. And I forbid you as an Academy member from ever buying or selling a deal that you haven't first let us rate. Because even if I want to buy a deal, I put it through Rate My Deal. Because I want to check to see if there's any blind spots that I've missed. I want to get an expert's opinion on it outside of myself. Because sometimes when it's your deal, if emotions are high, intelligence is low. So Rate My Deal, click on Rate My Deal. I'll show you how this works. Firstly, you choose the type of deal. So if it's say rent to rent, click rent to rent. This is rent to serviced accommodation. And then what's going to happen is you're going to, okay, do you want to sell it? Yes, I want to sell it via Deal Connect. Or yes, I want to sell it. Or no, it's for me. It's my deal. And then what you're going to do, you're going to put your email. It's going to ask you a list of questions. Okay. So for example, it might ask you, do you have any evidence that the landlord is happy for this property to be rented through a company? Yes, I do. I have it verbally agreed. Or no, I haven't got evidence. All right, fine. Or yes. Next, do you have evidence confirming that there's no head lease restriction? Now you might be like, what's that? I don't know what that means. That's when you book a mentor call. So this is like a due diligence checklist, okay? Once you've gone through this, it will take you to another bunch of questions. Okay, what are the setup costs? Give us a breakdown. What have you estimated the occupancy rate at? And if you're like, I don't know how to do that, book a mentoring call. So you'll do that. You'll submit the deal, and then we will look at the deal and we'll rate it between 1 and 100. If the deal's bad, we'll tell you not to buy it. If the deal's good, we'll go, great, this deal's good. Now you have 3 options. Option number 1 is you can sell the deal and make a quick finder's fee of 3, 4, 5 grand typically. Option 2 is you can take the deal for yourself. Or option 3, if you're buying a property, you want to do it for yourself, you don't have the money, you can raise the money. That will take me to the next point. I have something called Samuel Leeds Finance. Now, here's the catch. When you're starting out in property, if you've got no experience, the banks will say, no, we're not going to loan to you. You don't have any experience. But how do you get experience if they won't give you money to start with? So I set up a company called Samuel Leeds Finance. I put 11 million pounds of my own money into a little pot and loaned it all out to Academy members. And guess what? They all got deals, became financially free, refinanced or sold the property, made a chunk of profit. I took a little bit of interest. I got the money back. And since then, I've just continually been loaning out my own money to Academy members. Now, we charge at Samuel Leeds Finance. Typically, it's around 1% a month. It's bridging finance for you to get your first deal. This is for normally small deals, and it's normally for people that can't get finance elsewhere. Don't come to me and be like, hey, Samuel, I want to buy a development opportunity. I need £3 million, because this is really just give people experience to equal the playing field of people that wouldn't be able to typically get finance. Because when I give them finance, they buy the house, they push the value up, we help them find the deal, we vet the deal, we finance the deal. Then they sell it or they refinance it. We get paid, they get paid, they're left with the house. But now what do they have? They have experience. So now it opens them up to a whole panel of lenders. That's why I did this, to equal the playing field. When the banks say no, we say yes. So to apply for Samuel Leeds Finance, just do it through the portal. Just here, click, bang, Samuel Leeds Finance. And then all you need to do, 7 steps, all you need to do is just put your details. Have you had the deal rated? Yes, we need to have had the deal rated on Rate My Deal before you can get it financed through Samuel Leeds Finance. When do you plan to complete on it? And then go through. And I tell you what, we've saved so many people this way. We've helped people that would otherwise never have been able to get on the ladder. And again, yes, I charge a bit of interest, okay? 1% a month, but you only need the money for a short period of time because you buy the property, but then what you do is you refurb it. And again, if you're thinking, how much is it going to cost to refurb it? We have you covered. We have Samuel Leeds Quote My Refurb. So many Academy members, right? Let me show you this. This is on Deal Analyzer. So many Academy members were stuck because they were looking at all these potential buy, refurbish, refinance properties. They're looking at all these flip opportunities, but they're not builders. They're like, I don't know how much this is going to cost. Now, I can train people, fine. But you know what we have instead? I hired my full-time builder, brilliant builder. His name's Dave. I hired him. I said, I don't want you to build anymore. All I want you to do is quote refurbs. So as an Academy member, look at this, quote my refurb, bang. Fill this form out, tick these boxes, and then you can literally just film around the property, take some pictures and upload it here. Okay, upload it here. Here we go. WeTransfer link, submit, bang. And my builder will look at the property, will go through the checklist that you answered, and will send you a quote for a refurb. Desktop valuation quote. Again, if you're selling deals, this is powerful. Because now when you're selling a deal, you go, look, I got a quote from a builder. If you're buying a deal, all these things, you will need these. And you know that, hence why you are now an Academy member. So I did say I like to under-promise and over-deliver. I hope so far this is over-delivered. Another thing I'll tell you as well, you need to know the rules and regulations. So if you're doing HMOs, Article 4, do you know what? Trying to navigate through the council websites to work out if something's Article 4 is a logistical nightmare. So on as an Academy member, you don't have to do that anymore. You can just click on Article 4 checker, bap, type in the postcode. So you type in any postcode you want. WS3 2TX. Bang. And then it tells you this area has Article 4 in place. So again, that could have saved you. You might think, oh, I'm looking at the website, I can't really figure it out. Type in any postcode and it scrapes the council. You know how much money I had to spend on this stuff, man. It's crazy. But it scrapes the council's websites up to date and will tell you if an area is Article 4. It will also tell you if an Article 4 is coming to an area. So you can buy now, wait for the Article 4 to come in, then get grandfather rights, certificate of lawfulness. But more on that on the HMO training. There's a map as well. Look at this. A map. It shows you all the Article 4. The red is Article 4. See the orange? That's Article 4 is coming soon. So that's Article 4 checker. We've got a little black book as well. So where I've put all my suppliers and stuff so you can get my trusted partners, recommended suppliers there. So this is a little bit of what the Academy entails. It's hard to put it all into one video because there's just so much, and you'll as you remember, you'll just be unraveling things all the time. The network as well. There's some of the guys in the network. They will, and the coaches, you know, are gonna hold your hand too. Because we have the mentors, which is proactive, where you have to book a mentoring call and then we'll help you out. But we have coaches that will be calling you up and just being like, how's it going? What's happening? You said you were going to do this. Have you done it? Because I care about my success results. And at the end of every year, we have a big graduation. So you'll be coming in graduation hat, you'll be wearing a gown, have a little scroll, and you have to give a report for what you did that year. And at the last graduation, 86% of Academy members were actively doing deals, making money. And that was verified by an independent company called Survation. But I want to get that above 90%, you know? So that's why we really go to town on people. Build my brand. As you get a bit of success, you might want to speak on stage or write books, become an influencer. I share my audience with Academy members. You know how many people have to say to me, Samuel, can we collab? Samuel, I've got a letting agency. Can I come on your channel and do an interview and discuss what I'm doing? They're trying to promote themselves. And I get people offering to pay me 25 grand for one video. Sponsors offering to pay me to shout them out. I say no. You know why? Because I save my social media. I save my reach and my platform to share with who? With you, Academy members. So build my brand. I mean, there's so much you can do on Build My Brand. You could, if you want to be, you want to come on Winners on a Wednesday. Winners on a Wednesday, by the way, 2.0. I send my film crew around your house and they do a mini documentary of you and your property journey, and we publish it on my YouTube channel. Because I want to promote, and then we shout you out, put your Instagram handle and stuff. We got the Success Students podcast. It comes out every Sunday. I got like over 500,000 subscribers on YouTube. I get tens of millions of views across my social media every month. And that is me promoting my Academy members because I want them to be successful. Because success breeds success. And the more successful they are, if they're in the newspapers and on Instagram and YouTube and winning, that gives me satisfaction. And, you know, I know it's cheesy, but your success is my oxygen. Because when you make so much money, you have to become a man on a mission. Otherwise, you get miserable. And this is my mission. I give my life to the Academy. Spotlight speaker. If you want to give a speech, we've got loads of opportunities. I'd love to get you on stage. I'd love to get you on stage speaking. So we have opportunities for that. If you want to be a leader of an inner circle, also list my service accommodation. When you start getting deals, like let's say you get a rent to service accommodation property, you'll be now thinking, okay, I got the deal. Now I want to fill it. I need to get bookings now. So I'll promote your deals as well through your service accommodations. So you can just click list my SA, that's service accommodation. And on my main website, samuelleeds.com, I push it out to millions of people. You can list it. So you just need to put the details of the property, upload an image, and then list it. And then it will feature, I'll show you where it will feature. It will feature here. So on samuelleeds.com, /short-term lets. These are all my and my Academy members' properties. So you might be like, oh, I want to stay there. And Academy members were all booking each other's properties. So if they're traveling for business, this is where they go to book properties. So when you get a property and you're on the Academy, you might wonder like, why is it that when Academy members get deals, they seem to follow up and they get all these bookings? And why is it that everything they touch turns to gold? It's because we promote each other. We have each other's backs. We promote each other's properties. We stay in each other's properties. When we stay in each other's properties, we then leave reviews. This is what you've accessed is more than just, you know, training. It's more than mentorship, coaching. It's community. And when you got 1,000 people are standing with you who've got your back, and there's a culture of positivity, and it's incredible. And the thing is as well, when you're doing well, I'll cheer you on. I'll celebrate you. I'll, you know, cheer you on to the mountaintops. But when you're struggling as well, you're in the valleys. We'll stand with you in the valleys as well. Never be afraid to say, I'm struggling, I'm challenging. It's normal. The Academy is a 12-month program, not 12 days. You might start and you might be like, man, I'm really struggling. Reach out, tell us. That's what I'm there, the coaches, the mentors. And you know, you can't be on the tops of the mountains without the valleys. But when you know that it's normal and you've got a step-by-step plan and you've got professionals walking with you, it's a lot more. You can see the light, and it does come, and it will come. So I'm excited. You can also register to host a site visit. There's all kinds of stuff you can do. It would take too long for me to say, but I'm going to go on to the next point. This is really important now, documents. So you're going to need, as a property entrepreneur, so many contracts drawn up. And you know who always wins? The lawyers. Rent to rent, you need a contract. Deal sourcing, you need a contract. Builders, you want to get a contract. If you're borrowing money, a loan agreement, a joint venture agreement, all the different contracts and documents are all in one place. And I've spent tens and tens of thousands of pounds on this. But I open this up to my students. So buy, refurbish, refinance. We've got like builders quotes. We've got loan agreements. We've got deal finding, deal selling, bespoke deal sourcing agreement, co-deal sourcing agreement, complaints procedure to go on your website. We've got a deal. Look, if you click on it, I'll show you what it looks like. So it tells you what it is. You can click on the agreement. And if you're, even when you first get access to all this, it's like you're a kid in a candy shop, because when you understand the agreements and you can read them and get an understanding of them and go through the training and book mentor calls, suddenly, psychologically, you're so much closer to a deal. Because if you want to try and sell a deal and make $5,000, even if the investor says, let's go, if you don't have a contract, if you then say to the investor, bear with me, let me go and speak to a lawyer, deal's gone. Whereas if you can just go bap at your fingertips, here's a deal sourcing agreement. Tells you what it is. This is an agreement used for when you found a property deal, which you sell to a client for a fee. And then here we go. You can edit this as well. We've done it so it's so easy. So you just put your company name in here, investor name, and then you've got the whole deal sourcing agreement ready to go. And then, because you should never pay money or take money without having an agreement in place first. We update these regularly as well. So these are all airtight agreements, and our lawyers go over them typically at least once a year, and we update them according to laws and stuff. So we've got HMO. So if you need a lodger's agreement, RO, HMO house rules, this is really handy. Excluded license agreement, AST agreements, all the different eviction notices that you might need to send. Everything is all here. Rent-to-rent agreements, joint venture agreements, loan agreements. Again, you click on it, it's all the same story. It tells you what it is, and then you just click, download, and you've got it at your fingertips, ready to go. I think this is what stops holds a lot of people back, not knowing the actual fine print of what the agreement is, what's there. So you just fill out each party's name, the borrower, the lender, put your names here, and then here you got the full loan agreement. So that is the contract side. There's so much more, but I'm going to end in a moment. High Flyers Club, that's for our associate members. So we do cool trips. When you go on Winners on a Wednesday and you become an associate member, we have ski trips, trips in Dubai, private masterminds. That's kind of like a bit secret stuff. But yeah, that's the reward when you start getting deals. PIMS, Property Investors Mediation Service. So this is when, if you do a deal with another Academy member and it goes wrong, we hire full-time mediators, adjudicators that will step in and will help you. And it just keeps the Academy a safe place. And it means that if you've got a dispute with somebody, we will not just go, oh, that's nothing to do with us. Believe me, we will get involved and stand by you and make sure that everything is good. And if anyone just goes, I don't care about what PIM says, we will kick people out of the Academy and potentially even blacklist them. So it's really important that it's a safe space. The support as well. Let me tell you something about the support of the Academy. I mean, recently we were nominated for an award in customer service because the mentoring is fantastic, yes. The coaching is fantastic, absolutely. The training, the networking, but also the customer service. Let me show you this. So if you click support, as an Academy member, you get VIP customer service. Firstly, there's AI customer support. Then there's a knowledge base with Q&As. You can raise a ticket, boom. Really simple. Tick if you're an Academy member, what's going down. And our average response time is 37 minutes. So we're pretty quick at responding to tickets that come up. But here's the amazing thing. We have a WhatsApp hotline. Now the WhatsApp hotline, go on your portal, click that, and save the hotline number into your phone book, because anything at all, if you're just like, oh man, I want to go onto the dinner bar, can't seem to do it. Or, how do I book a mentoring call? Or Samuel said I get this, but how do I access anything? Message the hotline. I got this from Thailand. When I went to Thailand, I stayed in a really expensive hotel. I mean, it was like £3,000 a night. And I got there and there wasn't a phone that you have to ring. And they just said, here's a WhatsApp number, anything you need. I was messaging them in the middle of the night. I was like, could I get some Pringles to my room? Woof, they bring it. I was like, this is incredible. I wanted to try and replicate that for the Academy so that the customer service is on point. We also have feedback. If you've got any feedback about the Academy, we have a designated pot where you can just share ideas, because we are continually updating the Academy, making it better and better and better. So those are some of the stuff you get on the Academy. Next stop is to have your extended business planning call. So you're going to be onboarded properly. This was just a little bit of a recap of what you get, but we're going to reach out to you. We probably already have via email where you can book in an extended business planning call where we're going to set up your coaching appointments, make sure that you've got the right plan in place where we can hold your hand. But I can't wait to get to know you. I'm really, really excited. Drop me a message as well on Samuel Social. Let me know that you've enrolled. And here is to financial freedom and to your future success. Congratulations. I look forward to getting to know you.